Buenos dias. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, and today we're transitioning into a new topic. So today we're going to start reviewing, really comparing the preterite and the imperfect. So leading up to this point, we have gone over the uses and the conjugations of the imperfect tense. So the imperfect was that aba, ia, and with the imperfect, that was used to describe repeated actions in the past, habitual actions in the past, and different types of descriptions in the past, such as time, weather, emotions, how things were or what things were like. And we had different keywords with the imperfects, such as siempre, always, or en el pasado, in the past. Cuando tenía 10 años, when I was 10 years old. So the imperfect was that past tense that told us this event or something took place in the past, but we can't necessarily pinpoint when it happened or how long it took place for. The second piece of what we've done was we reviewed the preterite. So the preterite had all those crazy regular and irregular tenses. We had stem changers with the Y group, the cargarzar. You had the super irregulars like tuve, anduviste, tuvieron. And the preterite was telling us that an event occurred in the past and we could exactly pinpoint on a timeline when it started and when it ended. So some of those key words were ayer, yesterday, dos días pasados, 2 days ago, el año pasado, last year. So the preterite told us when an event started and took place, where the imperfect told us, okay, this used to go on in the past. Maybe we did it many times in the past, but we couldn't necessarily say when it started and when it ended. So this PowerPoint today is going to help you distinguish between the preterite and the imperfect. So if we look at the first slide, we have our palabras claves, or our keywords for the imperfect and our keywords for the preterite. So if we run down the list, now this information is filled in. It's Doc 9.1. We're going to be in a new module now. We're in Unidad 9, so Module 9, and you'll have access to this this slide presentation, the filled in notes, and this is also what you're going to use to complete the assignment that's due on Wednesday, April 1st. So if you take a look at these keywords, we have words like muchas veces, many times, todos los días, all the days, many evenings, muchas noches. So we see this idea of an event in the past that was repeated, or something like generalmente. Okay, so it happened, we just don't know when. But if we switch over to the right side of our column and we see the preterite, una vez, one time, el otro día, the other day, ayer, yesterday. All of these words are telling us that it either happened one or two times. We can really say on a timeline that it happened once, twice, three times. It's not something that I always did or every weekend. And we can also say exactly when it happens, like yesterday or last night. If we continue on, we have some more keywords for the preterite and the imperfect. Okay. Each day, cada día, each fall, mientras, always, siempre, always. I'm sorry, mientras means while. I have to correct that. So again, these words are telling us that something happened in the past, but we don't know exactly when. Where if we flip to the right side, el verano pasado, last summer. Durante mi primer año de, during my first year of, una vez, one time, telling us either at one time or at a specific time something took place. And again, our last list of keywords. Now, this is something that you're going to need to use for Doc 9.2. And again, you can access this all in Module 9 or Unidad 9. So just to review really quick, we have our imperfect AR endings, aba, abasaba, abamos, abais, and aban. Where our preterite endings, hasta o, amos, hastais, and aron. It's up to you now to put these two tenses together. We reviewed each of them separately, so what I'm going to ask you to do now is use your knowledge of both and to compare and contrast the two. Our er and I are in the imperfect, ia, ia, iamos, ias, ian, and in the preterite, iste, io, imos, isteis, and ieron. Sorry, I can't get rid of this Screencastify notification. Okay, moving on. So, frases usando el imperfecto. Mi amiga y yo corríamos en el parque todos los días en el pasado. So because we're saying all of the days in the past we ran in the park, we're using the imperfect. Durante su niñez, los niños jugaban en la nieve cada invierno. During their childhood, the children would play in the snow each winter. Again, each winter. We're saying it's a repeated action. It's not the preterite. It has to be the imperfect because it happened more than once. De pequeña, yo siempre limpiaba mi cuarto porque yo era obediente. As a child, I always cleaned my room because I was obedient. Again, as a child. We're not saying yesterday or last year. We're saying when I was a kid. We know it's the past, but we don't know exactly when in the past. Now your frases usando el pretérito. Ayer, la chica ganó la carrera del atletismo. So, yesterday, she won the track race. Yesterday is telling us when it happened. We can pinpoint when it happened. El sábado pasado tú peleaste la nieve porque cayó mucha nieve. Last Saturday I shoveled the snow because it snowed a lot. Last Saturday. We know exactly when. Anteayer yo barrí el suelo cuando mi mamá me dijo hacerlo. The day before yesterday or 2 days ago, I swept the floor because my mom told me to do it. We know exactly when it happened. So a main piece of understanding the preterite and the imperfect would be for you guys to identify the key word. Is it a key word that tells us that it happened in the past, but we don't know when? Or is it a key word that tells us, yeah, we know exactly when something took place? So uses of the imperfect, we have a bunch of uses here. Habitual repeated actions in the past, so an undetermined amount of time. Progressive actions that were going on for an indefinite period of time. Background information and circumstances or descriptions to tell a story in the past or a state of being. So this is everything that we've gone over before. Telling us what somebody did multiple times, telling us what was going on, background information, telling a story. Oh, this used to be, we used to do this. Nothing here is definitive. Nothing says that yesterday, 2 years ago, 3 months ago, this took place. But if we look at our uses of the preterite, simple isolated actions or a series of completed actions. Completed is the key word. We know when something started or ended. Actions that occurred at a specific point in time and they ended. We know when they started and ended. Main actions or events. Completed actions. Again, completed. This is the key word. Preterite interrupts the imperfects. What we mean by that, if you look at the example, yo leía un libro cuando el teléfono sonó. I was reading a book when the phone rang. It could be something like, yo estudiaba cuando mi papá entró mi dormitorio. I was studying when my dad entered the room. So I was doing something imperfect, and then something stopped me from doing that ongoing action. That would be the preterite. So use this PowerPoint. Again, it's in your Module 9, Unidad 9. It says slides. You also have the filled in notes for this for doc number 9.1. And I would like you to use all of this to complete your assignment for doc 9.2. And that's going to be due on Wednesday, April 1st. And make sure you submit that. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will be posting on the calendar, the Canvas calendar, the date and time that I will be setting up a Zoom extra help if anybody has any questions or they want to go over any information. All right, I miss you guys. I hope you're okay. Adios.